Well, good day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to LB Things, Stuff, and More. Today, we're going to go over some of the interesting little cool things I found out about the birdhouse. So, this is one of the little prototypes I was working on. And I just got the fountain off of Amazon. It's a solar pump made by Sunnytech. And I've got another different version coming in today. So, I'll have a new video for to see how that one works tomorrow. So, what I did, I took my soldering iron and I just went ahead, marked out my spot just with a magic marker, just put it on top, draw a little around. Now don't work it all the way to the line. Get kind of close and then go ahead and pop your guy in and see how it's fitting in there where you want it. Now this one, I had a little bit too poked out, so we were wasting too much water. And so I had, within about before the end of the day, it was pretty warm yesterday, and I had to refill the bucket, which I shouldn't have to do. I would check it maybe once every couple of days. And the reason I noticed it, because the pump was in full sun, the solar panel, and the pump was really wimpy. And you can kind of hear it, so you don't want it to get dry at all. So I ran over there, threw some water in there, and the solar panels are super duper sensitive. Your hand just crosses it, a shadow. The sun, gets blocked by a small cloud. But as soon as that solar panel hits back up, it just a few seconds, it's just rocking. So what I'm going to end up doing is going to take my garden shears, and this tubing here that I had to modify. I don't have the pump here because they're both in the buckets with water already. But I did keep the specs here. This tubing is what I ended up using for the pump to here. And I had to modify with just a little connector piece. And so the big one is a 1/2 inch outside diameter with a 3/8 of an inch inside diameter. And this one is a outside diameter of 3/8 of an inch to an inside diameter of 1/4 of an inch. So what I ended up having to do was just cut a little bit of a piece off. And this one, same issue. So I completely readjusted this one here. And this is so tight in here I can't get it out, and I don't want to break it. So what I'm going to do, I just drew a little bit of line on there. And it doesn't have to be super duper snug. It's pretty okay on there. So I'm going to, just give it a little push, a little tuck. Once it starts getting up to the neck, you'll feel it get tight. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit off the top here. Just a little bit to shorten this down because I want this a bit more flush. Here, so let's go ahead and do that. And just, garden shears. I'd say that's about, 1/4 of an inch off. Let's give it a little test. Not quite there. Maybe about another 1/8 of an inch. Just a smidgen. There we go. Much better. Alright. So there's that. Now what I might try is see how much pressure it can take. I might negate that piece altogether. Use that as the neck. See if I can't get away with using it this way. So I'm going to try it like this. I like how it's sitting inside of the bowl. Same with this deal here. And you don't have to, this piece generally here is not going to be necessary because your pump and tubing is going to be with the 1/2 diameter 3/8 of an inch piece. And that fits in nice and snug. Nice and snug there. So I've already got my piece cut inside of my bucket. So I'm going to see how that fits, and I'll probably maybe have to adjust it as I go, maybe not. It should slide in fairly far. You just want it fairly snug. Alright. So, let me go ahead and just swing the soldering iron over here real quick. Now, I'm going to add just a few more holes. I noticed the drainage could be a little bit better. And so I'd rather have it going back into the bucket more frequently than not and just sitting there evaporating and kind of spilling over. Grab me 1 second. Alright, we're in business. And I like to keep it pretty close here to the sides here and here. So let's go ahead and just add a couple more holes in there. As you can see. Maybe one here. Okay. That should be better. Let me set that down. And you know, soldering irons are pretty cheap. You can get them at just about anywhere. Walmart, Kmart, any hardware store, really. They're just about anywhere, and they're pretty reasonable, between $5 to $10. Even ask your old neighbor, you know, maybe they got one laying around they're not probably using. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook that one back up. I'm going to head and put a few more holes in this one. And I will come back with another video and show the setup here. The sun is coming up pretty nicely. So let me go ahead and get a test run going. And we'll be back. Thanks for tuning in to LB Things, Stuff and More. Stay tuned for an update video on the bird bath prototypes. Please like, share, and subscribe.